leaf cleanup setup, or fall cleanup setup. This is the main part of it, of course, the DR leaf and lawn vacuum, and I've got that connected to my Zero, and it works on either Zero. The attachments are universal. Leaf vacuum. There's a lot of different types of leaf vacuums, but in my area, this works the best, from what I've found. And it's a dump type, so you can see the canvas part is the top, and when you dump it, it folds open. So I'll show that real quick. I've got these bungees on just so it doesn't get tossed around going down the road. And sometimes you'll have a really bumpy yard where you need to use it. So to dump this, come around here to the front. Actually, I'll show you this real quick too. So here's the attachment, and that's the attachment that comes with it, and then you just cut it out to fit your deck, that scoop or sweep. And then this hose is in pretty rough condition. I've used it for 3 seasons now, and it's done. It's actually completely wrapped in Gorilla Tape, and that did get quite a bit more life out of it, but you can see the type of hose that it is. This clear plastic stuff, and it's just not worth a crap. It's an 8-inch hose, and I think what I'm going to do is go to John Deere and see if they have something better than this. This is the hose that came with it, and it has lasted for 3 years, but the only reason it's lasted for 3 seasons is because I keep wrapping it up in this Gorilla Tape every time it cracks open on me. Because what it'll do is it'll separate between these plastic ribs. That clear plastic just tears, and of course, being on a zero turn, it gets turned every direction. It gets flexed a lot, and when it's cold out, which it starts to get down in the 40s and even 30s in the fall here, and that plastic hose just doesn't do well in the cold. So I'm gonna see if I can't find something better. But anyways, let me get around here and I'll show you how to dump this. So that dump lever right here behind the engine, kick that lever, and that lets the whole tank, or the whole bed rather, tilt, and it just falls away from the chute. And then you come back here, and this grab bar, you just pull up, and it dumps your whole load. So that is what I like about it. There are a lot of customers that have a pile where they want the leaves put at so that they can use them for mulch later on. And we have a lot of, as you can see on the ground here in my yard, we have a lot of oak trees in my area, and it's just a lot of those dense, heavy oak leaves. And but anyways, it dumps it right into a pile on the ground. You can, with it in this position, you can back up to push it into the pile farther, or you can just pull away from it. And as you pull away, it starts to close back up. That thing just works fantastic. It really does a good job. The canvas is 3 years old now. It's still holding up well. Tires are still original tires. I did have to put wheel bearings in it this year. The trailer wheels, those factory bearings are sealed, and this thing is out in the weather a lot, so those sealed bearings just didn't hold up very well. So what I did is put some open bearings in there and grease certs on the hubs, and now I can keep them filled with grease, keep the water out, dust, dirt, that kind of stuff. You keep all that out, those bearings last for a long time. So anyways, that's my setup. And so what I do is I run over the leaves in passes or in circles, and as I run over them, I'm running my blades. So my blades chop the leaves up, they come back to the metal impeller, and it chops them up again, feeds them into the hopper. And by the time it gets in here, let's see if I can find, yeah, there's some that's stuck to the tub because of some moisture. But I mean, it's almost dust. You know, it's like probably a little bit more coarse than sawdust is about the consistency of what it comes out. So I mean, it really chops that stuff up, condenses it, and you can get quite a bit in there. You know, my biggest yards maybe do 6 loads, and then those are some big yards, probably, you know, 1.5, 2 acre yard. So I'll show you my backpack blower up here. Of course, I have my little blower, works good for the flower beds and stuff, but then here's my backpack blower, and here's what I do to mount that on the trailer. It's just something I came up with to utilize space, but just my Husqvarna backpack blower. I don't remember what model this is. Check that real quick. Okay, so Husqvarna 350 BT, and that is a good backpack blower. I mean, that thing has been through what, 2 seasons now, and just always starts on the first or second pull. Has really good blow power. Controls are nice. The backpack part of it, the padding and the padded straps, I mean, everything about it is just really nice, really user friendly. It's not super loud. I usually wear ear protection anyways, but it's not super loud. So anyway, that is my leaf cleanup setup. At least it is for now, until I change something.